And we are live right now together with my friend Henrik Astramakers. He's a very well-known trader, one of the best BitGet traders. Today is an exciting day, right, Henrik?
Yeah, for sure, my man.
Now, we are starting a competition where we are trying to basically 10x our capital. Now, the thing is, I get an account with $1,000 on it on the Coinflare crypto exchange. Okay. While my friend Hendrik has a more difficult task. He gets an account with the 500 USDT and he tries to make at least 5K. Or maybe he will also do 10K faster than me. Nobody knows, right? But basically, with this video series, we want to show you and we want to teach you how we perform trading. We want to teach my strategy, we want to teach Hendrik's strategy, and hopefully you will also become a profitable trader. And we also have profitable trades because we never know. Maybe we're just going to burn all the money, right? And we will not be profitable in the end. Nobody knows, right? That's why it's a challenge. So to start everything with, I'm going to quickly share my screen and show to everybody that I have $1,000, $1,100 right now, but we're going to make $1,000 tomorrow after the stream. And Hendrik is also going to share his account and show his 500 bucks. So just a moment. I'm sharing my screen right now. All right. So I have an account right here, $1,114. We're going to withdraw $114 from this account. It will have 1,000, and that's where I'm going to start. I selected Coinflare Crypto Exchange to perform this challenge, and I think it will be a more difficult challenge because Coinflare doesn't have too many tokens, right? The tokens are, let's say, limited. There may be about 40, 50 tokens right now available to trade, but we have all the major pairs like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others. Yeah, and maybe Hendrik also can share your account and show what you have on there so that we have it for the record.
Yeah, of course. I have Polkadot long trade. Maybe I believe Polkadot can have
Maybe you can
live.
share your screen so that everybody can see it.
Okay, of course. Okay, that's here.
All right, and that's Hendrik's account. And already Hendrik, he already wanted to start a challenge. He want to be the first one. He wants to win, right? I actually appreciate that. So you have a one trade currently running negative. Tell us a little bit more. How did you open the trade? Why did you open? What was your strategy? And what do you think where the trade is gonna go?
I was expecting this breakout here, and after that breakout, we probably can go to the first level in the second level. I don't believe the total breakout for now because the volatility of the markets. But there we have a nice patterns for this trade. We have that channel. The prices are respecting a little bit.
Looks like a top of a channel to me, man. What if we go back to $4?
Yeah, that's a 70% trade. Yeah, I was expecting that. After this breakout, maybe we can use a fun strategy. I like to measure the channel from the bottom to the top and projects that lie on the top. Maybe that can be a final target after the breakout. That's what more makes sense. We can see it's the same pattern.
All right.
Ours that works very strongly strategy.
So you're really anticipating a breakout of the channel, and then you basically say that the width, or sorry, the height of the channel will be actually the breakout, the total breakout, right? So
Yeah,
I can see here 10% increase, right?
right.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. What's your general thoughts about the market? Like, how do you see now, especially the last week, we had a huge bump on every single altcoin, also on the Bitcoin. How do you see now the market today?
Yeah, the market maybe it's keeping very strong. The 100K. The market was waiting for the USA deal with the China that it's for happens. So I think a big liquidity can comes for Bitcoin and for the stocks at general. We see the price still very stable on the pumps. That's very common for the Bitcoin. After the 88, we have a big correction, but the scenario now is different. We keeping very strongly the levels. of the support and the resistance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I actually feel the same, that it holds extremely strong. It's a very bullish pattern. I'm also going to share my screen and share a couple of thoughts right now about basically where I think that we are right now and what we can expect, and also going to kind of present my strategy, what I'm going to use for trading. So you're able to see my screen, right?
And let's see. No, it should
Not
not.
yet. All right, just a moment. Opa. Now,
Okay, now yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, exactly. So basically, that is my strategy. It's a cycle strategy that I trade. Okay, and at bottom you see bunch of indicators that you don't really need, and at the top you see the price action. So basically, from the last buy signal that I had, we already increased 10%, and I have a bunch of sell signals. However, this what I see right now, it's on the 2-hour time frame, is an extremely bullish pattern. We are slightly going up, right? We're going up this channel. So for me, that's definitely a bullish pattern is where we're going. But we never know, right? We never know what's going to happen. Now, if you take a look at the cycle indicators, they're basically saying that, hey, we are actually overbought right now, and we are in for a correction. We need to have a correction. Especially, look, if you go at the bottom, you will see the pink indicator. The pink indicator shows the 3-day cycle. And the 3-day cycle right here, it is actually overextended. It spent basically how much? 2 weeks already, slightly more than 2 weeks above 80. And usually when it reaches 80, when it tops on 80, then we have a retracement. So it happened a couple of times before. Right here, you can see we touched 80, we got a sell signal, and then we immediately fell by 10%. Okay, I'll do this in red. Basically,
Yeah.
that's how I analyze the market, and that's how I see, okay, are we in, what chances are higher? Are we going to go up or are we going to go down? However, if we take a look at this indicator, we really clearly see that we cannot really expect much more of an upside, right, in immediate short term. Basically, I mean the next week. Now, if we go back to like really bullish periods, similar situation, right? For example, here, similar situation. However, after reaching 80 on the pink indicator right here, we basically went down. We got another buy signal right here because the 12 hourly. So for me, the two strongest indicators, cycle indicators, are actually 3-day cycle and the 12 hourly. We went down to by a couple of percentage here. We formed a new buy signal, and then again we went up. Okay, so this 3D also was kind of extended, but less than it is this time. This time it's really overextended, is what I feel, and that's why I feel that we really need some sort of a correction just to let it cool down. Okay, but there is something very positive that we see in the charts as well. Now, the 4-hour cycle, which basically shows where the financial asset can move in the next couple of hours, is actually at the bottom right here. This is the 4-hourly chart, and it's basically around 20. And what happens when it goes up? We can already see it. What happened before? Also, this financial asset in this situation, Bitcoin, also goes up. Here we'll see going up. We can see here going up in price. Okay, and this happens really every single time. We basically can see here we go up, we also go up. And many multiple times. Sure, it can break in the middle. However, it's still, if it starts from 20, we still can expect some sort of an upside, at least 6, 7, 8 candles to the upside. So it's actually, we are in a very interesting situation right now. We are in a very interesting situation for Bitcoin, but because the cycles are actually not showing a clear picture for me, that's why I'm not really trading. That's why this Saturday and Sunday I did not make many trades. And what I expect from Bitcoin in general, I expect that we will either run into the channel a little bit more, and then we will break down for a while and we retest maybe 101K, 110K. We have some sort of a retest before we actually going to go again to the upside. Okay. This actually I expect from other altcoins as well. Now, before basically talking maybe about what I expect from altcoins, I want to show my latest trades that I took here on the BTC exchange before I actually started the challenge. Let me go to my latest trades, futures we have here. Actually, super positive last week. Now I'm in an Ethereum short position right now. Yeah, so right now I'm actually shorting Ethereum with 2x leverage on a BTC. That's not part of a challenge. That's actually one of my private trades that I'm taking. So as you can percent, so practically nothing, nothing really significant. But looking to this picture, I can see that we might go down by a little bit more. I want Ethereum to retest, I know, 2.2, 2.1, in order for me to really feel that, hey, I'm able to long Ethereum again. Because as you can see, I don't have any long trade. I'm not really holding Ethereum anymore, except spot position, of course. So my previous trades were these ones. I actually had a Ethereum open position. I closed a couple of them. I closed at 2.5K. So really almost the top. It was very,
Yeah.
very good trades. Yeah, this one was very, very nice trades. Also closed a couple of other positions. I got Celestia. Also, Celestia opened $2.8. Okay, and I opened before it actually crashed down. So I was holding this position for about 2 weeks. And Hendrik, you told me like, hey, close it. You're break even. Remember? You told me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but I was like, no, Ethereum should stop at 2.5. And I was like, okay, I'm going to close it at the same time. I'm going to close the Ethereum position. So when Ethereum touched 2.5K, Celestia touched about 3.15, 3.17, and I closed Celestia as well, because I expected that these both coins will go to basically the same way, right? So honestly, every single trade I took last week was positive. If you can see trading profit loss, there was not a single negative trade. There was one trade, actually, this I also would like to talk about. It's my Ethereum trade where I actually started to short Ethereum at 2.3. Okay, and my goal was actually that, hey, we are already touched 2.3, which is a resistance zone. We're going to go to 2.1 to retest it, right? So I thought it will be about 10% gain if I short it. But I realized that no, the cycle indicators resetted down, but the price did not. And I basically closed it at break even. Like I said, I'm not going to risk. And it was actually the right choice to make. I want to actually show this trade on my on TradingView where exactly I took it. Yeah, so exactly it was there. Basically, when I got a sell signal on my indicator, the Ethereum was about 235, and I said, okay, I'm shorting it from here. But what I've seen is that, hey, we had 1, 2, 3, somewhere 4 candles, and I saw that, hey, the 2-hour cycle already resetted, but the price has not here resetted already. The 4-hourly also was falling, but the price was not falling. And I closed it, I believe, somewhere around here. Yeah, it was nighttime, actually, last night. I closed on this candle. Because I said, okay, we're going to have one last final push to the upside before we start consolidating or before we start actually getting down. And that's exactly what happened. We went up really nicely, okay? I closed my latest Ethereum long. And from there, we reset. My goal was to immediately open the short position, but I opened it slightly late. Opened it somewhere in the morning because I was sleeping, right? So, yeah, I could have set up a limit order, but I didn't do it. So, yeah, we are in a very interesting position. Now, I believe that Ethereum will have something similar to what Bitcoin has. Something along those lines. I believe that Ethereum should go down. And I
for a big retracement, right?
Sorry?
A little bit correction for a retracement for a long side.
Yeah. Because the thing is that we are really, really overbought right here. In my indicators that I use for trading, we're really overbought, especially 12-hourly is overbought. One day still has some room to grow. Like maybe for one day we could push a little bit to the upside. But I really feel that we have to start cooling down. We have to go here. The daily has to also do something like this. Start going down and reset. And, people are too bullish right now. Also, if you go to Twitter, people are already talking about Ethereum pushing all-time highs. So I think, and also the fear and greed index is actually a good indicator to see the people's emotions, right? So whenever we're in greed, we don't. You see, look, that what I just said. It's really people that just expect too much. They just expect that we're gonna go up and that's
forever.
Yeah, forever. But this never happens. Like if you look at the past, I don't know. If you just look at one day, well, it doesn't happen. Even last time when Ethereum grinded, sure, we have like one God candle. Of course, we can have one God candle and stuff like that. But here, it's a good example, right? We go up, we consolidate. Sure, the cycle indicators, they reset. That's basically what happens. They reset here, the daily especially. So we need a couple of days at least, if not to go down, at least to consolidate. That's what we need. And I'm also comfortable entering again, enter again, and then again here, consolidate. We need to cool down. We need to go down into all stochastic indicators. This is one of the stochastic indicator that I developed. So we consolidate, and then sure, I'm comfortable again getting a long position. And then basically just go like this, and again consolidate here. This chopping race, I don't know what about you, Henrik, but for me it's very hard. I don't trade this range, but I know you do, right? Because you made a couple of interesting trades today even, right?
Yeah, I trade Ethereum. I have a long position in 1,800, but I close very early. I think I close in 1,950 or 2,050.
Okay.
I was for a hold a little bit more, but I do the right thing. Profit always is a profit.
Yeah, exactly. Profit is profit. Profit is profit. Do you want to walk through some of the trades that you did maybe recently in the last, like today and yesterday? Because for me, I think that is very difficult to trade. I feel very easy to trade, let's say last week, like Wednesday, Thursday, because it's just going up, indicators showing positive reaction. So it's very easy. But for example, this weekend, I didn't trade. I just opened the Ethereum short and I'm waiting, But yeah, I found very, very hard to trade actually anything.
Yeah, I have a long position on Ethereum now. I opened that long position 2,500. I'm looking for 2,800, 2,700. Maybe I do that trade because the China and USA agreement with the commercial war. And there it's some trades I do recently. Let's see there.
So you think it will be some kind of a positive news, right? Tomorrow morning, and then
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we might
I think
we,
that.
we might make one shot up, right?
Yeah, our market was waiting for that pump, or sorry, for that agreement with the China. That's some trades I do. I only the Polkadot, DWD, Huni. I do very good trades there.
This
Ethereum,
actually, like,
Ida.
that's very nice. Actually, your win rate is really good. Do you want to take maybe one or two trades as an example, and then walk us through how did you decide to do them?
Yeah, for sure. Let's open here. Let's see a window coin here. Let's see Algo. On Algo, I can see here opportunity for a good scalp on the
Okay.
market. We can draw the channel. Always is good to draw a channel for having a mastery of the patterns. It's there. We can see that small one. And that breakout are expected to happen. We check also the Fibonacci for see the retracement level. Let's see there. Let's cleanse the colors in white. Okay, so we rejected the 0%, so that's very, very, very good. After the breakout there, we need to go to 0.618. Sorry, it's this one. 0.18. That is the confirmation for the long position.
Okay.
After here, the market get more volume and start to grow. And there we have, let's see what we can feed here. Okay. And we have that volume stuff here. These
So
are,
still we have to overcome this, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe that can goes up. Let's see how much percent. Maybe I think it's 7%, 5%. It's a little bit scalp.
Mhm.
It's 6%. Yeah, that's not bad at all. My Dodge position already in the profits.
Yeah, that's
My
good.
long position in Ethereum, I was in the profit. In the Apex, it's 6% in the profits. It's a little bit money. It's $15.
Oh man, that's nice. You did the 35x leverage. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah,
Can you show me the moment when you open it? Was it like a breakout or what was the moment?
I open here. Look, exactly on the extension.
Uh-huh.
That's grow 1% after my buy. That's down 0.5%. After the 2,550, the Ethereum can touch again the max higher of that week, maybe 2,600. I see that point. That's a Fibo I draw visually. That's easy to see. Look at that. That's perfectly on the heat transient, the zero point 0.2 in the zero, the 100%.
Okay.
Let's delete Fibo. Okay, that's the major points I was looking. 2,512, 2,559, 2,607. That's all my points for the Ethereum. Maybe I'll close 10% here, 50% here, and 20 or 12% here, and keep the rest, or close everything on the last one.
Okay. Okay. So I see you are definitely long, right? You are definitely long right now for today.
Yeah,
Wh-
100%.
What's your thoughts about let's say people saying there's not enough volume on the weekend and we should not trade on the weekend? Like, what's your experience? Let's say trading on the weekends because I don't do much trading myself on the weekend.
On the weekends, the good is because we can find good positions when the volume it's less. And the Sunday, most likely in the night, the volume coming back to the
Yeah.
markets, and the pumps happens or the big dumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a coin flip, but if he uses fundamental analysis, maybe that can be a higher win ratio based on the market situations and how the people's thinking, feeling, or that stuff. That's very important to look on.
All right, got it. So, which positions you have right now? You have Ethereum, right? Do you have anything else as well?
Yeah, Ethereum and
Uh,
the Polkadot on
okay,
the Coinflare.
got it, got it. All right, all right. So your Polkadot is the first position into your challenge portfolio, right?
Yeah, the challenger, yes. Before the challenger, I made some trades. I profit, I think 720, but I take some losses in the back for the start point.
I see, I see. All right, that is awesome. That is great. Cool. So it will be very interesting to see how it all develops, right? And what we're gonna have in the end, whether we're gonna make like in order to like make 10x in your capital, we probably have to take higher risk trades, right?
Yeah. Like 20x, 15x, and 20x. That depends the market. If the market's good, I can risk a little bit more in the leverage. So the
Yeah.
stop loss have to be placed with the very care, because if I go 20x, I have 5% of margin for be liquidated.
Mm.
If I use 30x, 50x, I have for 3%, 2% for be liquidated. That's risk trades, but not nice trades.
I see. And I see you have for Polkadot your stop loss at 4.96 and you have your take profit at 6.5. So you think that we can really jump like 20-30% in price from here?
Yeah. How is possible
Because the
when
the, the
China
extension,
and USA it's good again? The
yeah,
markets can pump 30, 50%, 100%, not on Polkadot can pumps, but
yeah.
I see market in general, the coins can have that can have coins 5% to 30, 50, 60%. That's reasonable pumps for the markets.
All right, all right. Do you want to do a small workshop maybe for your strategy, how people could actually, take your knowledge, adapt it, and then say, okay, I want to trade like Hendrik does, because basically my strategy requires a special indicator, right? Your strategy is basically you just apply channel, you apply support resistance, and yeah, you just start printing money, right?
Yeah, I think to do at a website for sharing my strategy. I have one trade indicator on the trading view. That's me here. like my strategy. If I do manually, the indicator will show the same because it's the same strategy, it's the same logic of trading. So it's myself digitally the indicator basically. Let's see, it's there.
All
You
right.
see,
So you basically check your indicator what it shows, and then you apply this on your on your trades, right?
yeah, I check sometimes, but majority of time I do manually analysis because the indicator is my strategy, the same strategy I do manually. So I use the indicator for automate my strategy, for I can do like bot trades,
Mhm,
developing stuff for can run that.
mhm. All right. Okay. I will give you a challenge right now. I'll give you a challenge. Um, Analyze XRP chart and let me know if you see any trades on XRP right now.
Sorry, I don't get. Sorry, you can repeat, please. XRP.
Apply your indicator and apply your strategy on XRP and let me know if you see any trades. Would you long? Would you short? What would you do on XRP right now?
Okay, let me see that on XRP. Let's cut the indicator. Nice. And let's draw the lines and copy. Let's place the bottom. Okay, let's see now the volume. We have that important zone here. You can see that zone is
Yeah.
tested a lot of times and a big demand here in the supply. Okay, let's see here. You see the ABC, it's perfectly
Okay.
on the pattern. Here it's happening a breakout initially, but we have to look on for that breakout. It's here. And the projection, it's always from the top of the channel to the bottom of the channel. We take that line, push for here, extend and
Uh-huh.
push up. I see XRP going to 60, 65. Oh, okay. That's a good ratio for XRP after the breakout.
All
Uh,
right. And how quickly do you think this can happen? Like within 1, 2 days, something like that?
yeah, depends the liquidity the market is coming.
Okay. Okay. So you basically see breakouts everywhere, right? You see breakout in Polkadot, Ethereum, XRP. You're really positive now about the market.
Yeah. For now, I think that because the recent pumps, the market is very, very, very hot. So if the news comes good tomorrow, we can see another green week for the crypto markets.
All right. Okay. So I'm very interested because we have kind of a different views right now. I have more bearish view. You have very bullish view. So one of us is right, hopefully, or maybe nobody is right. Maybe I'm just maybe we will consolidate for a couple of more days. But it's interesting. Are you going to place any more limit trades right now, and you're going to prepare for the night, or usually you basically take your trades in real time and you don't prepare any trades beforehand?
I take as usual in real time, but I watch some trades for see the open interest, the fund ratios. So
Mhm.
with that data, I can see if the coin have chances for pumps or not have any chances for pumps so fast.
I
I
see.
I always I opt for big volumes coins and the hype coins on the day.
I see. I see. Okay. All right. That's cool. I'm going to also show. Do you have any particular coins that you're more interesting than others, apart from Polkadot, Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously, or basically you just take any coin that has a significant volume?
Yeah, for now I only watching the Polkadot and the Ethereum.
Okay.
That has a big volume actually, but I searching for new coins for can trade that week.
Yeah, I see. What do you think about Anna? Actually, I'm trading Anna, longing and shorting. I really like how Anna moves because they are very predictable. You see, they're very clear. It pumps, then it dumps. It pumps, then it dumps, and you can really like go from long to short on Anna.
Yeah. For now, the trend here on the indicator is showing a higher position. You
Yeah.
see when the bar is head, the market's dumping. When the bar is green, the market's still pumping. So for now, that's don't have any change on the
Yeah.
trends. Probably we can test the 100% of Fibonacci for have some decision from the markets. If that breaks, the price continues the pump, or we can goes back for 0.3550. I think that's a good correction for the INA after the big pumps that have that pumps almost, let's see, 60%.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there we can see that going up constantly. That's injecting that point a lot of times after the final pump. So I see good potential for Ina.
Yeah. So personally, myself, I have a big spot back on Anna that I opened about 3 months ago, and I opened it at 40 cents. So I opened it exactly for the price that it currently has. Okay. It dumped from 40 to 26, 27, 28. I didn't sell it. I still hold it. And now it came back to my buying price. But I really expect that we're going to go to 60, 70 cents and I'll be in profit in spot position. But I will try now trading Anna as well on the futures position because Anna is actually moving super fast. So it is super interesting to me. However, I can see the same, let's say, coming back to my strategy. Let me just quickly share my screen as well.
Let me stop here.
Sure.
It's there.
All
Okay.
right. All right. So basically, taking a look at the market, I see every single coin having exactly the same pattern, being slightly overbought right here. So that's why I really don't want to. I don't want to open new longs. I believe that we will experience some sort of a rejection. And if I take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which for me is one of the really the best charts that I have on TradingView, and I reduce the cycles. I only have 1 day cycle and I have a 3 day cycle here. And let me just remove my strategy as well. Basically, I can clearly see that we are actually now at the bottom on the 1 day. So we can expect some sort of a pump. So if a Bitcoin, let's say, pumps within 1 week, then the altcoins will not perform well. Even if the Bitcoin doesn't pump and stay kind of a flat, right, then the altcoins will underperform. That is my kind of supportive reason on why I think that altcoins will not perform really well in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay. Now, what will happen next? I believe you might agree as well. Let's say if we manage to go up, we will start breaking down
Yeah.
because we are also overbought on the. Sorry, I mean it's overbought is not really a correct way to talk about Bitcoin dominance, but we're simply overextended for a very long period of time. We went up now since December, and actually we went up for last 2 years, right? It is crazy. If you take a look, like Bitcoin performed extremely well in comparison to altcoins. It's simply we went up like crazy. That's why it's really now about time to go down, and it's time to have altcoin season for at least a couple of months. So I think yes, sure, we're gonna have some sort of pumps for Bitcoin. Like maybe tomorrow and the next days, but then the altcoins will perform well, and we might check 50% Bitcoin dominance. And if that happens, then you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to see Ethereum at 4.
Massive pumps on the new watch season.
Yeah, then it's like a crazy altcoin season. Then we're gonna definitely see Ethereum at 5,000. We're gonna see Solana probably at 3, 4, 5, $600, or even more. But well, that would be ideal. Do you have any long-term backs, by the way, like spot backs?
Well, I see Aptron and the Iron Finance. Maybe I believe that coin can return for 100k or 50k at least, maybe 10x or 20x from the basis price for now.
Okay. Okay. I think each of us has kind of a coin that we fall in love, right? Or that we really understand the project and we like the project development, right? I think
Yeah,
each of us has something like that. For me, I'm definitely not making any marketing, but I really like SDEX coin. So basically, kind of a same thing. If you take a look at the chart, you can clearly see that the volume is lacking, right? Volume is not there. Like all these swings, this is just craziness, pure craziness. But I also have a back in this coin, and I like how they are developing. I like that every couple of months they're releasing a new project, and they're just simply going forward. They had a fair launch and this kind of stuff, and the chart doesn't look too bad. It's like we are slightly below. No, actually, we are kind of on the listing price. The listing price was 0.005, so we are currently at the listing price. And this coin was listed in 2023, just at the beginning of the bull market. So, well, if you ask me, what I believe this gonna happen, I believe that. Oh, that's the wrong one. I believe that this coin will do like some sort of a 10x in the chart. Maybe not that fast as I painted here. Most probably it will grind lower, then maybe fall, then again grind higher. But I believe that this has a 10x potential as a coin. The rest, actually, I don't really believe, because in crypto we see that we have crazy pumps and crazy dumps. Even the same as Anna, right? I like Anna, but look at what Anna is doing. Like, this is pure craziness. We crash, we pump, we crash, and well, hopefully we're gonna pump, right? Hopefully, but how can you hold long-term coin like this? It's like it's an emotional roller coaster, right? For example,
yeah,
I
it's
really cannot.
interesting to like do DSCA because you when the coin pumps a lot, you sell everything or you sell 20%, 10%, 5%, and then rebuy. For example, you sell with 10% profit on the spot. You buy
Yeah,
for each 1% dump. Max dump 1%, you sell. Or you buy. And keep buying at you reach to the 10% or 20% you sell from your portfolio. Then do the same when the markets go up.
sure. That's one of the ways to do it, right? You kind of DCA, then you have a profit, you sell, and then again you DCA when the profit. Yeah, that's actually a very fair strategy, right? I mean, it's better than hodling, right? Most people hodl, and most people really like lose money on their round trip their gains multiple times per year. Let's say me myself using cycle indicators, all I do, I buy cycle bottoms, whether it's here or whether it's here, because cycle bottoms are basically showing coin retracements. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you put cycle bottoms into perspective, you can actually see that, hey, these buys are actually quite good. They are quite good, right? Here, 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 here. And if you sell cycle tops, you always sell somewhere. You'll never be able to get the top, but basically you will be able to make a certain percentage on every single investment you do. And especially coins like Anna, they work exceptionally well, exceptionally well. Sure, for example, sometimes the market is very bearish and you cannot really wait for the 3-day cycle top because it never happens. The cycle just breaks. That's why you need multiple cycles. You need to have multiple cycles, like a daily cycle, and if you see that, hey, market is bearish, the whole altcoin market is bearish, the Bitcoin dominance is going up, then you basically sell your coin. So everything is connected in crypto. And for me, that's why I don't like to analyze one coin and just open one chart and analyze one coin, because you cannot really understand what is going on in the broader market, right? If
Yeah.
you just open one coin, you will most probably never really make money. It will, or maybe if you're a scalper, like pure scalper, maybe then sure. Let's say my strategy would never work if I just apply it to one specific coin. I have to check where Bitcoin is going. I have to see, hey, Bitcoin cycles are overbought. Most probably altcoins will also not perform well. And what I also like to test and to see is others. Do you open others chart at any point of time, or you don't?
There are others. No. That's why I don't see as much.
Mhm. Yeah. So basically, others showing crypto market cap excluding top 10. So we don't have Ethereum, we don't have probably Solana, we don't have Bitcoin, and we don't have the biggest cryptocurrencies here. Okay. So
Okay.
it's purely altcoin market cap, purely altcoin, everything but not top 10. And here, what I do, like I apply this indicator, the 2-week cycle. Like I have cycle indicators on every single time frame. When I see that this indicator is below 20, this indicator is bottoming, then I know, hey, we are going to have an altcoin season soon. I'm waiting until it actually starts growing, until the market actually starts pumping. And it all works. If you take a look here on the left side, we can see 2024 March. Here is and here's basically the May 2025. So it only happened twice. So it happened just now and it happened 1 year ago. So really we have kind of a 1 or 2 buy signals. If you use this indicator right here, you have 1, maximum 2 buy signals per year, but they're accurate. Then you're buying near the lows and you're selling near the top. And this is what everybody ideally wants to have, right?
That's very accurate.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need sure, you can apply leverage if you want. If you don't want, you can simply use pop. And this is basically the indicators I developed. And you use 2 week, you basically connect it with 1 week, you connect it with 3 day, 1 day, and then you kind of can really make a picture of what the market is about to do. And I also want to show to everybody who will rewatch this video later on is that I have this newsletter right here. It's called strategymaster.substack.com, where I explain all the indicators. What I really say is like, hey, how do I analyze the market using the indicators? I provide access to the indicators and I say, hey, I predict where the market is going to go next in the next week. For example, today I published the newest article about warning, altcoin correction ahead, where I say, hey, look, if you take a look at the current indicators, especially the 3-day cycle, we should be going up. We should be having a retracement. And I also analyze the past. I applied this indicator on multiple coins. I applied on Ethereum, I applied on Bitcoin, and on other coins as well. And I explain my logic behind why I opened a short position right there. People who want to know which coins, let's say, I'm buying personally, I listed also down below. So buying or basically trading. So it's Ethereum, ANA, Link, and Doge. Both of these coins, they actually jump really well, especially Doge, Link as well. And actually XMR is something that I'm holding and I bought about a year ago and I'm still holding it, and I will be increasing my holdings because if you take a look at XMR, it simply does better and better. And I remember we talked during last live stream a little bit about XMR, and as you can see it, look.
Oh, that had a big bump. That's
exactly,
good.
Man. It's like nobody's talking about it, right? Like on Twitter, if you go, nobody's talking about it, XMR actually. But while others are consolidating, this guy doesn't care, man. 20%, what, in 2 days? It's like, or no, not 2 days. Sorry about that. Like 4 days, 20%. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. But again, if people apply the cycle indicators, they see that, hey, where are we? The 2-week cycle is going up. Everything is going up. So it is the time to buy. Right here's the time to buy. Sure, on the 1 day we are slightly overbought. So together with the market, we might see some sort of a retracement down. But once the 1 day goes down, it's opportunity to get into the market. That's how I analyze the market. That's how I see things. That's why I'm not too bullish right now, and that's why currently my portfolio, as you know, is without any positions. I'll start opening positions very soon, most probably tomorrow, after tomorrow, and most probably these will be short position. But yeah, that's actually it. That's everything that I wanted to present in this live stream. Hendrik, do you have anything to add?
No. That's cool.
All right, awesome. So let's come back to trading. Let's myself, it's night here, so I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow I will be opening my first trades, and we'll see. We'll start making the 10x finally happen, right?
Awesome, man. Yeah, that'd be nice. That's challenger.
All right, awesome. We're also gonna create either some portfolio management solution so everybody can track it. We're gonna link it in the description down below, so everybody could be able to see what positions we're holding. If you don't manage to find a portfolio tracker, we're simply going to use an Excel sheet and we're going to show the positions to everybody.
Great.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next one.